I'm a third-year Doctor of Physical Therapy student here at the Anschutz Medical Campus for University of Colorado. When I was 3, I was diagnosed with a retinal degenerative disease. Basically what that means is the rods and cones of my retina die before they can be replaced. They die prematurely, so leading to gradual blindness. It wasn't this big ordeal and just something to deal with, just like somebody would deal with being short or having a bad memory. I'm able to do pretty much everything I want to be able to do, just have to be a little bit more creative to get there. And so I think my whole life has been being flexible and being creative.
Hey Emily.
How are you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How's everything?
Going pretty well.
I met Emily 2.5 years ago when she was admitted to our physical therapy school, and she's remarkable in terms of using technology. She's so technical in terms of using the adaptive technology.
It's kind of fortunate that my condition was degenerative. I had a long time to prepare for it. So learning to read Braille before I actually lost my sight. Learning to use screen readers, which it's like listening to a robot all day, before I lost my sight. So I had a bit of an advantage, I would say. I think it was harder for professors, especially getting into higher level education, to accept or to understand that I could do things similarly, especially in math and sciences where you're dealing with a lot of graphics, a lot of formulas, things like that. I think people were more apprehensive than I was.
Library journals, websites, databases needs to be accessible. Imagine a 3D, a cell image. How would you access that?
It's tricky when you're navigating the word accommodations because you define it as reasonable accommodation. So something that's not going to be too expensive for either me or the program, but also allow me to demonstrate my knowledge without giving me an unfair advantage or disadvantage.
It's really a team effort, and faculty has the major role requesting these accessible products.
I think a lot of times faculty who have not worked frequently with people with disabilities are apprehensive, not necessarily because they don't want to help, but they're not sure how to. It's not your job to know how to, it's your job to listen and then respond as effectively as you can. The world is not set up for people with disabilities because they're the minority, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I do think people with disabilities have to work a little bit harder to get where they want to. But beyond that, I don't think there's too much of a difference between me and my sighted peers.